This video is about how to print a report inside of Storybook. Printing a report is fairly straightforward and intuitive inside of Storybook, but there are a few options that are worth talking about. We're inside of a project right now, and we're going to go ahead and go up to the Report button. Now we have some options. The first option is going to be what header you would like to choose. Currently we have the Sample Company header selected by default, but we have the opportunity to choose any header that we've created. We will go ahead and choose IntegraClaim. You can choose 1, 2, or 3 pictures per page. We have Show Print Date in Footer. Some people like the option of being able to leave the date out. Then we have Include Damage Summary. This is going to be the damage summary that we'll show you in a moment. Print Tags on Summary. Storybook copies the tags from underneath your pictures and has the capacity to paste them into the damage summary automatically. You may not want this done on your individual report, and so there is an option to prevent that. And some people choose to exclude the pictures from the report altogether and only print the damage summary. The damage summary is a very useful tool for telling the story of the claim. Some people use the Storybook product exclusively for this feature. The last link is the View Edit Damage Summary. This is where you're going to have an opportunity to view the tags that will be printed on the report and also to make changes and additions to the report. Let's go ahead and print a report, then we can talk about the different options as we view the report. The number of pictures and subrooms in your report dictate the length of time that it takes the computer to process the report. If you have upwards of 400 to 500 pictures in your report and you have a slow computer, don't be alarmed if it takes between 5 and 10 minutes for the report to render. But in most cases, you're usually looking at under a minute. And here we are. I've repeated it several times throughout our training videos, but it's worth mentioning again. You can always left-click on the report with your mouse and then hold down the Control key while moving your mouse wheel up or down to resize the actual report itself. This makes it easier to scroll through. This is the front page of the report. You can see that we've added the optional front page picture to the report, and the IntegraClaim header that was selected is also present. You'll see at the bottom left of the report you have the client's name. You also have the number of pictures as well as the page number that you are currently on. And you have the printed date. As I'd mentioned earlier, one of the options when you're printing a report is to omit the printed date. So let's go ahead and see what it would look like to print the report without the date in the footer. And here we are. And as you may recall, the date is typically right above the Storybook web address, and it is not present in this report. Now, let's take a look at what it would look like without the damage summary. You'll notice that this is the table of contents, and typically right after the table of contents would be the damage summary, but it goes directly into the photographs. Printing tags on the damage summary, or the exclusion thereof, is fairly straightforward. This is what it's going to look like without pictures in the report. You can see that there is a picture on the front page because we had added one for the front page image. But if you wanted to remove that, you could also do so under the Remove Front Page Image button. Let's go ahead and scroll down. You're still going to see a small table of contents and the damage summary itself. Now, let's see what it would look like with 2 pictures per page. Now you'll notice that the 2 pictures pretty much take up the entire page, but on occasion you're going to see only 1 picture per page, and what that means is that there was only 1 picture that existed in that area. It's going to pick up again at the beginning of the next area. The same is true when you print 3 pictures per page. If you run out of pictures for that area, it skips to the next page to begin the next area. Now let's see what it would look like at 3 pictures per page. You can see that this page only had 2 pictures, but that's because the general view only contained 2 pictures, and the next room only contained 1 picture. But when you do find a room that contains 3 or more pictures in it, then you can see how it prints all 3 on the page with the labels and tags underneath them. It also has the picture numbers available. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the View Edit Damage Summary button. I'm going to be talking in depth on the damage summary in another video, so I'm not going to touch on it for too long here, but suffice it to say that this is the tag summary that is automatically generated by copying the meaningful tags only from the bottoms of your photos, and this tag summary is not user editable. However, we have another tab called the Custom Damage Summary, which is user editable. You can also use the built-in tags inside of Storybook to assist you in quickly populating the custom damage summary. The custom damage summary will print on the report first, followed by the tag summary. And that is about all there is to printing a report inside of Storybook.